So today we will be discussing about load flow problem, how that equation will be formed and how this is solved. You all know about complex power. Complex power is S, and that is indicated as P plus J Q. P is your active power, Q is your reactive power, and S is complex power. So for a power system, we have many buses. So we will calculate power injected by the power system or sources at ith bus. Because when we talk about a power system, we have many buses. So for ith bus, that means we are finding generalized formula. So it will be SI, that is PI plus J QI, and that will be indicated as Vi into II star, and where I equal to 1, 2, and n. So because we are talking about, we have 1, 2, 3 example, we have 1, 2, 3 bus, we have a source here which is supplying power or injecting power in the power system, and we are assuming that only this is the source, then this will be giving power to all other buses also. So that will be the current which will be flowing here. Current. Hello. So current which will be flowing to third bus, current which will be flowing to second bus, and current which will be injected to bus number 1. So that means current will be for all the buses, and voltage will be for the bus for which we are calculating. So because it is voltage into current, so it will be your power. And when we talk about complex power, it is voltage into current star. Current star means it is complex conjugate of current. So complex conjugate of current, so that is voltage into current. So it is Vi, the voltage of the bus for which we are calculating the power, and II star is the current of all the buses. So Vi, voltage at ith bus, and II is source current injected at bus I. So it will be voltage into current which will be supplied by the source at this bus, similarly at this bus, and similarly at this bus. So when we calculate S1, so it will be P1 plus JQ1, and that will be V1 into I1 star. Similarly S2, so it is P2 plus JQ2, and that is V2 I2 star, and similarly so on. So this will be the total complex power at all the buses of the system. Now to calculate this, we want to find out Vi, and we have to find out II. Then we will find out star, and now we will be having Si equal to Si star. So that means P minus JQI will become Vi star into II. क्योंकि voltage is directly find out, but I is the depending on the circuit. So we have converted into Vi star and II. Our aim is to find current. So now current at ith bus. So current at ith bus is given by II equal to summation of I equal to 1 to n Yik Vk. If you remember, your equation is I equal to Y into V. So when we are calculating Vi, so it will become ith row and voltage. So it will be II equal to summation I equal to 1 to n Yik into Vk. That means अगर हमारे पास 3 बस सिस्टम है तो I1 इक्वल टू Y11 B1 plus Y12 V2 plus Y13 V3, and I2 equal to Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2 plus Y23 V3, and similarly I3 equal to Y31 V1 plus Y32 V2 plus Y33 V3. तो इसका जनरलाइज फॉर्मूला है ये, दैट इज II equal to summation I equal to 1 to n. So if we are calculating I equal to 1, तो I1 equal to Y11 V1 Y12 V2, so that is this K. So your generalized formula for current will become II equal to summation I equal to 1 to n Yik into Vk. So we put this formula here. So your Pi minus JQI will become Vi star summation K equal to 1 to n Yik Vk. So that means Pi equal to real part of Vi star summation K equal to 1 to n Yik Vk, and Qi is negative of imaginary part of Vi star summation K equal to 1 to n Yik Vk. So these are two formulas for active power and reactive power in any power system. So now we use polar form. So polar form for voltage Vi will become magnitude of Vi and angle theta I, and for yik it is magnitude of yik angle of theta ik. So this is we are using in that equation, that means become pi will become magnitude of vi angle k equal to 1 to n, magnitude of yik magnitude of vk cos theta ik plus theta k minus theta I. And similarly qi equal to minus magnitude of vi summation k equal to 1 to n magnitude of yik magnitude of vk sin theta ik plus theta k minus theta I. Any student who can explain why this is theta ik, theta k positive and theta I negative? Any student? कितनों को आया कि ये इक्वेशन आएगी? कोई नहीं, चलो फर्स्ट your pi plus sorry minus jqi is vi star summation k equal to 1 to n yik vi. So when we write down the equations to vi, sorry this is vk, so vi star, so that means complex conjugate of vi star, so that will become magnitude of vi angle minus theta I, then summation k equal to 1 to n yik, so that is magnitude of yik angle theta ik, then vk angle theta k. So angle, all magnitude will multiply and all angles will be add or subtract depending on the condition. Solve this equation. So all will multiply magnitudes k equal to 1 to n yik vk, and angles will be theta ik plus theta k minus theta I. Now we have to find out the real part of this. So that will be cos and imaginary part will be sine. And because qi is negative of this sign, so this is the final equations you must remember. These all equations, these are known as your load flow equations or power flow equations. So these are your final load flow equations or power flow equations. So now we have Pi, we have Qi, we have Vi, and we have Ii. For a n bus system, we are finding these 2n quantity. Huh? So for a n bus system, we have power Pi and Qi. So n is P, n is number of Q is n. So 2n quantities, and Vi and Ii is also 2n quantities. Voltage n quantities and current n quantities. So for a system, or for simplicity, we can say we have Pi, we have Qi as your unknown quantities, and Vi, Yik, and delta I. We have four variables: theta I, Vi, Pi, and Qi. These are always known quantities. So these are your four quantities: Pi, Qi, Vi, and angle delta I. So for a system, we say that we have 2n quantities known and 2n quantities unknown. That means 2n quantity हमें पता है, 2n quantities हमें पता नहीं है. That means for a 3 bus system, we have P1, P2, P3, Q1, Q2, Q3. Similarly, V1, V2, V3, and theta 1, theta 2, and theta 3. So these are your 4n quantities. And now we will assume that out of these 4n quantities, 2n quantities are known and 2n quantities are unknown. Then we will be able to solve these equations. So it will be, if we know out of these 2n quantities, 4n quantities, 2n अगर हमें पता है और 2n अगर हमें पता नहीं है, then we will able to solve, because it will be two equations. For an n bus system, these are 2n equations. So to solve the 2n equation, we must know 2n quantities. So on the basis of these, so depending on two variables which are known at any bus, we classify the buses. we classify the buses. So first, we know them as PQ bus. Second, PV bus. And third, slack bus. So PQ bus, as the name suggests, P, I, and Q, I are known quantities. And Vi and theta I, magnitude of Vi and theta I are unknown quantities. Then at PV bus, we know Pi and magnitude of Vi are known, and Qi and theta I are unknown. So active power and voltage, magnitude of voltage is known. So they are also known as generator bus or voltage controlled bus. Generator bus or voltage controlled bus, because voltage of that bus is fixed and known to this. So that means it is a fixed quantity. That's why it is known as generator bus or voltage bus also. And these are also known as, because we are calculating active power and reactive power at these buses, they are also known as load bus. Now slack bus, if you remember, for solving any network, we must have a reference node. So reference node, we have to specify one node as a reference node, and that is known as slack bus or reference bus or swing bus. So it is reference bus or swing bus, and at this we say that voltage magnitude and angle is known quantity, and Pi and Qi are unknown quantities. So voltage and angle is fixed for these buses. So this will be generally only one bus. Only one bus is taken as the reference bus, and for that generally we say that because we have to take it as a reference, so Q del theta I will be generally taken as 0 because it is a reference bus. So for at this we take theta I, angle of that voltage equal to 0. So for to summarize, we have bus type, we have known quantity, and we have unknown quantity. So first is your load bus. at load bus P comma Q is known and magnitude of voltage and angle is unknown. Then you have generator bus. At this we have P and V as known quantities and Q and theta as unknown quantities. And for slack bus we have voltage and angle as the known quantities and P and Q are as the unknown quantities. Somewhere अगर कुछ बुक्स की बात करोगे तो एंगल विल बी डिनोटेड बाय थीटा एंड समवेयर इट विल बी इंडिकेटेड बाय डेल्टा. So these are only angles. Symbol can be any which we can use. So it can be theta or it can be delta because it is indicated angle. So some books it is referred as theta and at some book it is referred as delta. So don't confuse. Don't confuse. It is simply angle. So these are your load flow equations. So we have three type of buses: PQ bus, PV bus, or V theta bus. PQ bus, PV bus, or V theta bus. Generally, these are load bus, generator bus, and these are slack bus. So generally, our aim is to find power P and Q in the system. So when we are talking load flow, when we talking about load flow analysis, real power and reactive power it is not generally fixed, cannot be fixed. It cannot be fixed prior to calculation because the net complex power into the network is not known, because total power of system is not known. Your aim is to find out the net power of the system, and system power loss being unknown till the load flow studies is completed. These are not known because line losses is unknown, because till we calculate the line losses we will not be able to find out what is the actual power, real power and reactive power at each the buses. The complex power allocated to this bus is determined by solving the equations. The complex power at the slack bus is generally considered as your variable which will be changing. So because at slack bus, we have real and reactive both power as unknown. So because at slack bus real and reactive power are unknown, all the changes in real power will be done at the slack bus, because at all other buses, load bus and generator bus, real power is known. So we cannot change this real power at the load bus and generator bus. So all the changes which will be done with respect to real power will be done only at the slack bus. Only at the slack bus. We cannot change this equations. Now we have equations, we have a system. So like this, we have a system. Some are only taking power, some are sources which are giving. So we have V1 delta 1, V2 delta 2, V3 delta 3, and V4 delta 4. Similarly, P1 Q1, P2 Q2, P3 Q3, and P4 Q4. And then we have currents which will be flowing in all the buses depending on the system conditions. So the power which will be injected by these generating stations. So at load buses and at the generator buses, P are fixed. So that means here P is fixed, here P is fixed, and here P is fixed. So we have to take one bus as a slack bus, which will be having P as variable quantity. So all the changes which will be occurring due to the changes in the current, and then in the losses which will be occurring in the lines. So that will be accommodated by this only. So we have only one bus which will be changing the real power of the system, and all other buses which are referred as load bus or generator bus have fixed P and Q quantities. So this is how we'll be solving. So now when we are talking about a real power system, we have equations of Pi and Qi on the basis of Yik, Vi magnitude and angle I. And similarly, this is also equation which will depending on. So these are your equations. Now when we are solving these equations, we have some as PQ bus, some as PV bus, and some as V delta bus. So for PQ bus, voltage is varying. So when voltage is varying in that at PQ bus, so when we calculate one equation like P1 voltage, we take at some quantity. Then at when we consider P2, voltage of that bus has changed. So there are some changes which will be continuously happening in the voltages and current of the system, and that's why you are. So when we convert this into voltage equation, it will become V I equal to 1 upon Y I Pi minus J Qi divided by Yi star minus summation k equal to 1 to n, k is not equal to I, Y I k V k. So this will become your voltage equation. When we convert this equation, this equation. So from this equation, we get this equation. Nahi aaya to we will again discuss how we will be getting this voltage equation in the next class. Because on this voltage equation, all your analysis will depend.